And there I thought I didn't have to do a video today. So much is happening in commodity markets. Major signals everywhere. Like this one in gold, the correction is forming, it's starting to materialize. But the most important signal that we see in the commodity market, nobody's talking about it right now. It's happening in another gold, the dark gold. This is really, I rarely say this, but this is really a must-see video, and I'll give you 3 stocks from the dark gold sector that you need to put on your watch list. Let's go. This is a really good one. Welcome to Hot Trades of the Day, your show for swing trading ideas for the coming days, weeks, and month. All right, before we get to dark gold, let's do some housekeeping real quick. So in the last video I was talking about gold. I was telling you about the correction that was forming. It is following through on that. Today gold is declining, so is silver. Nothing new here. But the housekeeping is that I was talking about platinum in yesterday's video, and apparently, because I can't be smart and good looking at the same time, I said palladium. I apologize for that. Obviously I mean platinum. Here you see the chart. It looks good. It pulled back today a little bit. Completely fine. This is a really bullish chart, but this is not what today is about. Today is about oil, the black gold, the dark gold. Nobody's talking about oil right now. If you follow this channel, you know I've been bearish on gold pretty much all year, and I was right with that. And if you haven't followed the channel, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss videos like this one today. These are the type of videos that you need to see, because these put you ahead of the retail investors that are out there that don't really know what they're doing. Something is happening with, and it's going to be big. The chart of oil doesn't show it yet, and there's a reason for it, and we're going to get through it step by step. So first off, the chart of oil, WTI this is, looks pretty constructive. And it reminds me of the gold chart. Look at the base we are forming in August. We had every right to break down, and it did not happen. Instead, we have broken the downtrend, and we're hitting the orange resistance zone. As you can see, that is the decisive resistance zone. We break out above it, we're going to go straight to $70 a barrel. This is the best looking situation we have had in oil in a long time, because as you can see, if we zoom out, yes, we still have this downtrend here from 2024, but the real long term, the important one, since 2022, we already broke it. We already broke it. So we're already, clearly this shows us that we're already in a bottoming phase, and that we're already in an early turnaround phase. And now, as you can see, we're forming this bottom. We had a similar situation here, forming this bottom, and we had to run up. We hit this resistance zone, the yellow resistance zone. Here we go. Went back down. Again, completely normal, right? You rarely break through the resistance zone in the first try after a long bear market and a turnaround, because you just don't have enough buyers yet, right? Right now, only the smart money is buying. And probably we guys from Hot Trades of the Day, because we follow the smart money. Here is what's happening right now. We're going to talk about some of the oil stocks right now, and you will be very surprised when you look at the charts. I bet you haven't looked at the charts of Exxon or Chevron or Halliburton. Who does, right? We're talking Mag 7 stocks, Nvidia parties. Who cares about the energy stocks? Well, let's take a look at them and see what's really happening under the hood. Let's start with Chevron. Look at this chart of Chevron in 2025 and tell me that is a chart that you would expect from an oil stock. Now, take a look at this. Here's where things get really interesting. If I put in WTI spot price, the purple line right here, and compare this to Chevron since the start of the year, you see they usually develop pretty similar, right? Oil goes up, Chevron goes up. Oil goes down, Chevron goes down. Oil goes up, Chevron goes up, down, up, blah, blah, blah. But look at this. Since the summer, there's a divergence, right? Oil price has been trending lower. Chevron has been going up. What's going on here? Well, I tell you what's going on. The big smart money is starting to buy the oil companies. Now, these hedge funds, these smart money managers, they're managing billions, so they can't invest in small exploration companies or junior oil producers. They can only invest in the big companies. So this is what we're seeing right now. And I'll give you two more examples where you can see it very well. Let me throw one out at you right now. Let's go and take a look at good old Exxon. Yeah, I bet you haven't taken a look at the Exxon stock in quite a while. I mean, I can't blame you. Look at this. Similar situation. Oil price trends lower. Exxon moves sideways higher. But this is not what I want to show you. If we zoom out on Exxon, here we go. You see that we have developed a formation, a chart pattern that is very rare. It's called the diamond formation. It's very rare because in the first part of the diamond formation, you have higher highs and higher lows. And then in the second part of the formation, you have lower highs and higher lows. That forms the diamond. And these patterns, you see them very rarely. If they happen and they get resolved, and by the way, I apologize for this. This is one ugly looking diamond, but you get the idea. The price moves massively in the direction they get resolved. Well, look at the Exxon chart. We are breaking out to the upside out of the diamond formation. If you say, didn't know that, didn't see that one coming, can't blame you. Nobody's talking about that right now. Why? Because smart money doesn't want you to know this. They're positioning themselves clearly in the big oil companies, and once they load it up, you know what they're going to do? Then they're going to pull the lid off the oil price. The oil price is going to go flying up, and then everybody's going to go, whoa, oil is up. We need to buy the oil companies. We need to buy oil. Nobody is invested in the oil companies right now. Nobody is invested in oil and energy except for uranium, which is the hot thing right now. Here, let's take a look at TransOcean. Look at this chart. This is a fantastic bottoming chart. If you say, wait a minute, I've seen this chart style before. Yeah, that was what we made all the money with the gold miners. TransOcean breaking the downtrend from 2023, even though the oil price is still down. How is that possible? It's possible because smart money is buying into the oil stocks. This is what happens first. If you don't believe me, just Google Stan Druckenmiller, which I better hope you're familiar with the name, is one of the top 5 money managers in the world for the past 20, 30 years. That is someone you really need to follow if you want to follow smart money. He started investing in the big gold producers like Barrick Mining and Newmont. And again, remember, he's managing so much money he can only invest in the really big ones, even if they're not the best companies. And Newmont, by God, is not the best gold producer. Neither is Barrick Mining. But it doesn't matter. You know when he invested in it? End of 2023, beginning of 2024. When did the oil price break out to all-time highs? That's right, March 2024. We've seen similar patterns in the oil sector. You can look at Petrobras breaking out. You can look at Ecopetrol from Colombia, where I've talked about these stocks, high-paying dividend stocks in the past. By the way, if you don't know what Ecopetrol is, you're not familiar with Petrobras, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss the videos when we talk about these. Right now, as a bonus on top of this development, these oil stocks have massive, massive upside potential. But on top, right now, you get juicy, juicy dividend yields. You hit two birds with one stone. So, I highly recommend that you put oil stocks and oil on your watch list, or get into the stocks if that's what you're interested in investing. Again, this is not investment advice that I give you. I'll just give you financial information. This is the real story that's happening right now. Nobody's talking about it right now, except for us here at Hot Trades of the Day. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed, so you don't miss videos like this. That's it for today. Tomorrow, regular video, we're going to talk about the next crucial, super interesting signal that we got in the commodity markets. A lot is happening right now. Everybody's just looking at gold and silver. It's like, it's correction phase, nothing is happening. No. A lot is happening under the hood. See you tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye-bye.